I need to find some music. Meh, should be long enough. Plague Inc., huh? What a goddamn disaster. Yeah, if you're rich. I mean, our insurance plan is so shitty, we thought about, like, just doing away with it. It's like a waste of money. Oops, what am I doing? Now that there's no legal mandate for it anymore, it's like we're both relatively healthy. And my freaking insurance doesn't cover my meds, so without me meeting the deductible, which is very high, so it's like you might as well just pay out of pocket and save yourself the pain in the ass. It sucks, but healthcare gets worse here and more expensive every year, especially when Republicans are in power. Like, 20 of the top lobbying groups in the United States are healthcare lobbying. I think there's something like 4 times the amount of lobbyists that there are actual senators. So, you know how that goes. All that legal bribing, it's gonna just get worse forever until we make it illegal. Which sucks, but tough fucking titties. The Republicans have all the stupid poor people brainwashed, thinking that they're gonna be able to own their own McDonald's someday or some shit, when they never fucking will. Maybe one will. Like every 10 years somebody gets out of the hood and makes it, but most of the time it just doesn't happen that way. Yeah, that happens. A lot of people are like, I don't want to pay for other people's issues. And it's stupid because if everyone pays in and the government's the sole negotiator of contracts with healthcare institutions, what do you think happens to the prices? They go down. This is literally like simple business economics. But these people are fucking stupid as hell, so try convincing them of anything and you're just gonna be beating your head against the wall. They're fucking lunatics. They think like, oh, I don't want to mess up what rich people have so that when I become rich, I can, not have to pay taxes. And I'm like, you aren't gonna get rich. Like, maybe one of 20,000 of you will, but most of you will not. Yeah, the US government subsidizes a ton of things. And it's never going to stop doing that. Especially like with gas. Rich people that lobby the government are super fucking effective at getting what they want. Literally, like every dollar a company spends on lobbying, they get like 70,000% return. And that's not even a joke. But people just want to point fingers at each other. They're like, oh no, the Republicans are bad. Oh no, this guy's bad. I'm like, y'all are dumb collectively because legal bribing be happening, buddies. If you want anything to change, that has to change first. But people will just be like, oh, I heard, my favorite person, my favorite talking face on the TV or the internet, and they said blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna believe that with no evidence, with no looking into it myself, just how it goes. Someone will always destroy fairness for the sake of getting whatever the fuck that they want. It sucks, but it's true. And the funny thing is like, these people don't understand that rich people don't have jobs. All of their money is made through the stock market. They almost never realize their returns because they never take the money out. So it's just a situation where if they pull money out, they pay less in taxes than you do because guess what? It's capital gains tax, it's not income tax. So why do you think all these CEOs in the US take a salary of $1? Because the stock options are taxed less. It's not that hard to figure out, but nobody wants to have common sense in the US, which is problematic. But yeah, whenever you privatize literally anything, the standards are going to go to how do we run this as cheap as possible, and then they just immediately raise the prices. Even if everything is self-contained and running well, they need more money. They need all the money forever. They need all of it. They don't want a little bit. They don't want extra. They want every last fucking penny that exists for themselves. And fuck you if you get in the way. That is just how it be. Alright, let's also do this while we're in here. Alright, get that shit out of my way. Go forth, lady hookers, and murder these fucking green blobs. But yeah, we're at the point now where our government subsidizes corporate activities to the point where it's just insane. Like, and they're subsidizing monopolies. So the monopoly has no incentive to innovate. It only has incentive to take care of itself and its buddies. And it has to get bigger every single year. And there's no such thing as a perpetual amount of shit. Like, that's why economics is a fucking thing you can study in college. It's literally the management of finite resources, because there's no such thing as an infinite amount of shit. But these rich people will tell you there is. They'll be like, oh, there's fucking water everywhere. All praise be to Elon. We in middle desert. You see big hole, have water. Well, you so stupid. Clearly I smarter than you. My parents own emerald mine and funded my expensive college education, and I walked out of college at age 22, richer than you'll ever fucking be. Don't you wanna be like me? You never will, cause you don't have motherfucking generational wealth to fall back on, you stupid bitch. It's just so fucking bad at this point. Like, literally since Reagan and Nixon sold us to China, basically, like shock around Shock Street, wages haven't gone up ever since then. It's just tough shit. Basically, $50,000 a year in the US is fucking minimum wage at this point, after inflation. But we don't want to talk about inflation. Most people don't know how to do basic math, so they don't get it. Even though it's one of the fucking easiest things that you can do. It's interest rate times principal times time. If I have $10,000 and I'm investing it for 1 year with simple interest and I'm investing at a rate of 6%, then how much money do I have at the end of that period? 6% times 1,000. It's not that hard. That's the extra part. 1.06 if you want to keep the principle in the matter. Ugh. So what do you think happens when companies are like hitting these ridiculous numbers that are not sustainable, and they need to grow that next year, otherwise the economy will crash? Well, that's why most of these companies are now a bank to themselves. It's just completely bananas. There's like zero regulation anymore. Regulations cost us too much money. Okay. Honestly, the more regulation, the better. More regulation, the more fair it is when people are starting businesses that are competing with each other. If you're in a situation where a business has written all the laws, what do you think happens to the small guy that tries to go into that same business? Why do you think everything is oligarchical in nature now with regard to business? So you'll have zero choices on whether or not you work for yourself or you work for these fucking assholes. And your health insurance is tied to it. If you don't pay your taxes, the government throws you in jail. Like, it's just all bad for normal people. But if you don't agree with red or blue, you're wrong, and I'm better than you. That's how they want to keep it, as long as they possibly can. Like, if everyone just banded together and realized that collectively there are more of us than there are of them, I mean, they call it the 1% for a reason. What do you think would happen if all of us demanded something? We would get it, but we're too stupid. We're too busy believing that we can get everything we want forever at no cost, as long as we suck enough dick and work hard enough, I guess. Which, LOL. Yeah, work harder, you'll make more money. No, you'll make more money for someone else. They're gonna continue to pay you the same salary. Unless you're on an incentive program, in which case they'll find ways to chip away at the incentive so that they don't have to pay you. It'll be like, oh, you took a vacation. Well, we're not adjusting your goal for that month, so you're just gonna make what you normally made. Like, these bitches are scumbags. Like, I was watching this, girl, she's like, on LinkedIn, she's like, I am not even myself when I go to work. This is all just a theatrical production. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. She's like, I put on my little outfit that I would never wear unless I was required to wear it. And I start talking in a manner that's more professional than I would speak outside of work. And, I mean, that just is what it is. We're just fucking clowns putting on our makeup, putting on our little clown suit, and dancing for the fucking rich bitches. It's a shit show, and a lot of people aren't buying it anymore. So, it's getting kind of wacky. Hopefully things get better for literally everyone, other than rich people. But I doubt it. Too many people are like, oh, dangle that carrot in front of me, baby. I know I can get that money if you give me the opportunity to suck yo dick all day. And it's so funny, like, it's like that study that I read the other day where like 70% of women are in a relationship and 30% of guys are. All these bitches be sharing the same rich daddy. Like, rich daddy can afford a harem full of sluts. He's gonna ask you to go pick him up some fucking Mickey D's. He's gonna eat it off your naked body, and he's never gonna marry you. If you feel like a slut, it's because you're getting treated like one. Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I'm gay, because that's at least not how it works in gay dating, so fuck all that. Like, there was this experiment where they put a really hot girl as this, like, normal-looking dude who's, like, 5'8", which is the average height for men. And they gave her, like, a couple $100 to blow on, like, the premium features. And she spent all the money, and she couldn't get this guy one date. And it was just like, damn. And we wonder why the birth rate's declining. Like, these rich guys, if they knock you up, they're gonna fly you across the world and get you a nice abortion. They don't want nothing to do with you. But these people will buy into that hype. Oh, I'm the lucky one. I'm the one that's better than everyone else. I'm the one who gets my dreams to come true. Good luck with that, motherfucker. You're gonna get used, abused, pumped, dumped, and fucking dropped off at the fucking abortion clinic. Oof. And I don't get how people can't figure this shit out. It's like, come on, you have to have more common sense than that, but they don't. As long as you pay your $40,000, they'll give you that college degree, and you'll think you're so much smarter than everyone else, even though everybody has one just like you. It's like, come on now. Let's use our brains a little bit here. But there'll be none of that anytime soon. Not until rent goes up another $1,000 a month. It's basically tripled in the last decade. Like, that's not sustainable. But it's gonna keep going up. They're gonna tear down all the affordable housing. They're gonna keep building rich bitch apartments. And you'll have no choice but to shell out 90% of your paycheck just to have a roof over your head. That's how America be going. It is a massive shit show. Everybody's a whore when they want money. And that's how the rich people like it. They like having a very large selection of hopeless people that are in debt due to going to college, just like they told you to, so that they can pick whoever they want. And then they lobby so that they can fire you for any reason, so they can't get sued. And they no longer give you a pension, you get your 401k, which is really just rich people hedging their bet against stock market going down. They're like, oh yeah, we automatically enrolled you. Why do you think that is? Is that for you or is it for them? It ain't for you. Them bets be hedged completely against what normal people do. Oof. Like, seriously, if people don't rise up and demand that lobbying become illegal, and that any law that rich people put in any bill is retroactively canceled, nothing is going to change. It doesn't matter how many people you elect, or if they're Republicans, or if they're Democrats. If you allow rich people to bribe them, they will be corrupt. It is literally that simple. Yeah, the comeback of unions. Then you can pay your union dues and your taxes, and the cost of living will still go up, and you'll still be broke. And those people will be getting paid off by the rich people. Do I want to bribe these 100 people, or do I want to pay everyone fairly? Which one's cheaper? Take a guess. Because invariably, someone will be elected to the head of the union, and that motherfucker takes bribes every single time. Every single goddamn time. but it's legal. It wasn't a bribe, he just put my kid through Harvard. That can't be worth anything. He didn't bribe me, he just took me on a 6-month all-expenses-paid vacation across the entire fucking Earth in his mega yacht, which was filled with hookers from a country where that's legal. And it's in international waters where there's no fucking laws. Take you to Epstein Island. You can get whatever you want, baby. As long as you write this bullshit into law. They all went. Every single one of those motherfuckers went to that island and fucked underage girls. 100%. And they loved it. And you know what they did? They went back for more. They wanted more sluts, more drugs, and more bribes. And they got it. And they'll get it forever. Whether you like it or not. Tough shit. That just be what be happening. And it's every country now. It's not just the US. They'll put the fucking royal family out on the private island. They're taking everybody. So we're gonna have a Donald Trump forever president until we start murdering these fucking pieces of shit. Bitch, kill me. Got shit to do. Ugh. Forever, forever and ever. Because we hate the people that live in the trailer parks that vote Republican. And those people hate us because we can afford houses. It's just... keep these people pitted against each other, and you don't have to worry about them coming after you. What the hell? What did I forgot to get my fucking reward. Oh well. We were doing so good, too. I don't want it. Go away. They are, because nothing costs anything for them. They've been bribed out the ass. They'll never need anything ever again. And their kids won't ever need anything ever again either. And then you, after living like that for a decade, what do you think of people that aren't as rich as you? Probably not very well. You're like, oh, those pieces of shit, why didn't they just fucking get rich like me from taking bribes? You don't see the fucking issue with that? Like, they just become so utterly corrupt and contemptuous against the normal people that they just don't care anymore. Every single time. It's like, well, I'm just doing what I have to do to keep my family, like, happy and to keep my legacy paid for as long as it fucking can be, I guess. all about that legacy. Forever and ever. Forever. Forever. Give me all the money. I need all of it. It's never really quite changed from us being serfs, basically. They want you to think that everything that you have is because of them. You're working for their company that they own, and they're paying you to do a job for them. Yeah, pretty much. Do you want to starve, or do you want to... The other thing is, it's so socially, like, rapey. Like, if you wear shitty clothes, people are going to make fun of you. If you can't afford things, like, all you're doing all day is you're stuck at home bored, looking at Instagram, and you're like, why does everyone else get to do all this shit that I don't get to do? Because they're living on credit. You never want to live on credit. That is bad. It gets worse forever unless you start protesting. Like, all you have to do is look at France and see that those people get pretty much anything they want. And how do they get it? They protest. But they actually have time off to protest. In the US, if you dare to take a day off, they'll just fire you for no reason. Can't have you going out there and doing God knows what. You need to be at work forever. We want the only thing that you think about to be work. Because if you don't think there's anything else, then that's the system that you're going to try to, work your way up. But since everybody else is literally doing the exact same thing, it's now a competition between all the poor people that work for the rich asshole. And trust me, that competition doesn't go so well for most of us, being that the opportunities that they provide to move up are very low. Few and far between, and whoever sucks the most dick the hardest for the longest is getting that job, not you. Like, shit, even your sister was pulling that garbage. She's like, we're gonna have a really fun competition. It's called Whoever Works the Hardest Gets to Keep Their Fucking Job. And she, like, fired you 2 days later. She's an evil fucking bitch from hell. Jesus Christ. Murder that fucking hoe in her sleep. World will be a slightly better place. She'll steal your mom's car and go drive around her church buddies. Jesus Christ. They all Everybody's doing it. That's the thing, if you let sociopaths run society, what do you think happens to everybody else? They stop giving a shit about the morals of whatever that situation is. Like, there is no more morals. There's, I survive or I die. And I don't want to die, so I'm gonna start sucking dick. I'm gonna suck it real good all day long. Be the fucking best one at it. Yeah, but then you might get a little old, and then, you know, somebody cuter and younger comes in, sucks dick a little bit. Maybe not quite as good as you, but they look sexier than you, like on Instagram or whatever. Every single time, that's how it's gonna go. You'll be replaced. Unless you were smart enough not to sign a prenup, which they probably won't marry you anyway. What the fuck? Did I, like, not push the first switch? I swear I did. Jesus. Okay, let's try this again. I swear I pressed that, but I guess I didn't. Oh well. It is what it is. Spooky. Get out of my way. These levels are so narrow. I think 3 is down here. Go forth. Rid me of these bastards. Nah. All these hookers are playing the exact same game, and it's a zero-sum game if you don't already have the money. You might make it for a small period of time, but you're not going to make it forever. Because your mental health will go downhill, or a personal relationship will go downhill, because all you do is work. And if you can stand the isolation of working yourself until you're at the top of the pyramid, then you're a sociopath, probably. So the system was built just for you. And that's why you'll succeed, is because it was built by sociopaths. It's not that hard to figure out. But that's the thing. People have this unrealistic expectation called hope. So they think like, oh, you know, it'll get better eventually. Will it though? My orange Cheeto man, he has to win forever. Otherwise, I'll go out in the streets and riot. The other side knows how to riot too. Isn't that cute? Too bad we're all too stupid to band together and riot at bribing. That is step number one, but I haven't seen anybody try it yet, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. Meow, meow. It's funny, there's a song by Mindless Self-Indulgence that's called It Gets Worse, and that's basically how it gonna go. Nothing is timeless. You can't spend that money forever, just like you can't live forever. Just like you can't stay pretty forever. You can fight it for a while, especially if you have a lot of money. But not forever. Nobody's done it yet. We have some crazy millionaire trying to pull that shit off right now. Drinking his son's blood and doing all that crazy shit. Taking 78 pills a day that are mashed into like a slurry. Just like, tasty. People would just call me socialist and I'd be dead before any uprising occurred. You're a socialist. You don't know what that word means. Jeebus Christ. I'm not vegan. Ugh. I have nothing against people who want to do that, but until they make plants taste as good as meat does, I'm probably just gonna have to go to hell on that one. 'Cause nobody's perfect. I'm a carnivorous bunny. Spooky music makes me freak out. Now we have to die in a shower. Oh my fucking god, he has a big ass knife. He's gonna stab you in the face and then take your life. You're gonna die, motherfucker. College is basically a racket in our country now. It's like, if you agree to pay this loan, we agree that after 4 years of wasting your time, you'll have a college degree. And you'll now be able to get a job instead of being broke forever. As long as we still think we need college degree level people. But they're going all in on the AI. They don't want to pay people. They want to have an autonomous drone that they can hook up to their power supply that can work 24/7 forever. I don't give a shit about people. Never have, never will. Unless it's their own people. Jesus, what is this loading? Because there's fewer companies. Ugh, what am I doing? Alright, let's get our ass over here. Yeah, the whole point is to keep people perpetually in a state where they think they owe someone something. Because if everybody owes you all the time, and everybody's going to treat you like royalty because it's rare to see you in public because you're in your billion-dollar compound, it just becomes like special. Like, oh, I'm just special everywhere I go because everyone knows my name because I have more money than everyone combined. It's like, oh boy. Like, rich people just be perpetually laughing in the mirror, like, when they get home from owning a business. And they're just like, I can't believe these motherfuckers fell for it again! Oh, time to pat myself on the back and count my fucking stock earnings. Gotta count them dividends up. And they use every single tax-advantaged account that they can get their hands on. They'll put those accounts in the names of their kids, their wife, their secret hookers in different countries, Swiss banks, anywhere but pay taxes on them. All day long, baby. They will max out every tax-qualified penny that they can escape from. And then at the end of the day, they'll still fucking embezzle, and they will still break the law. Because they already bribed all the right people. They're not gonna get thrown in jail for that shit. You might have to sit through a bunch of annoying meetings at a courthouse, like Donald Trump's pretending to deal with right now, but they want you to think you're part of a team, though. You're a family. We're all a family here, and family works 80 hours a day for 3 cents a year. And if you don't like it, you're not part of the family anymore. And this family can fire you whenever the fuck it wants. LOL. Forgot to turn spells off. Oh well. Come on, just end the battle already. I fucking hate fights that can't be won. It's just a waste of time. Alright, are we done with this bullshit yet? Alright. All of that bullshit's turned off now. Ugh. It's just a waste of my time as a video game player. Like, I guess it's mildly interesting that you can see, like, what you might be up against in the future and how far you'll have to come before you get there. But, I mean, literally every RPG has grinding in it. It's, like, it's business as usual at this point, so adding it in is just, like, an insult to the person playing the game, because you're not letting them know that they can win with skill. You're letting them know that they're fucked no matter what they do. You just have to endure this pointless cutscene, basically. It's even worse when it's like a fight that you have to lose, but you need to stay alive in it for a certain period of time before. Like, that's also some bullshit. I've seen that happen in games before, too. Life is an unwinnable fight. Everybody dies at the end. Thanks for reminding me, Square Enix. No matter what you accomplish, you'll be forgotten. Like, especially 10 or 20 years from where you're at, and whatever you did at the time will no longer be viewed as ethical. Oh, I said Bandiger spin, but my thingy was muted. God damn it. I hate no being a default situation when it's like a requirement in a game. I guess I just walked over here for my fucking health. Ugh, bullshit. What the hell? Did I somehow forget the orb? I thought I just got it when I beat the boss. Sounds spooky.